Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today we're going to take a look at Thor.
The original son of Odin.
Yeah. So Thor is from Wave 1. And
The strongest Avenger.
let's take a look at Access Denied. Let's take a look at what Thor can do. And we do have a alternate art that we got from a content creator at Thor Hero, so that's pretty awesome. So let's take a look at Odin's son.
All right, so Odin's son here is, oh wow, I don't think I've ever actually seen this side of it. I like that. So Odin's son is an Asgard keyworded. He has a hand size of 5 and 14 hit points, and he has a recovery of 4. And then as he's got the worthy action, so you can search your deck and discard pile for the Mjolnir upgrade and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Limit once per round. So with this, what we actually like to do is if we get Mjolnir in our opening hand, we will mulligan to try and put it in our discard pile so that we can get it back.
Yeah. All right. And if you do draw Mjolnir, from the mulligan hand, you can spend it as a resource.
Yes, and still get it back.
And still get it back, yeah. All right, then we got Thor. He's got a hand size 4, which is kind of annoying.
Well,
and he's got
only for a little while.
Yeah, well, he's got a way to get. He's got a way to get a big boy hand. Yeah, and he's got 14 hit points, so he's part of the 14 plus club. We'll talk about that later on. 1, 2, 2, and he has how about the. After you engage a minion, draw 2 cards. So that can help offset the hand size 4.
And it's limit once per phase, not per round.
Right, which is really nice to get it during the villain phase and then have a way to draw a minion during the hero phase, and you can get 2 cards during the villain phase and then 2 cards in the hero phase.
Yeah, they've been doing more and more ways to get cards during the hero phase.
Yeah.
So, all right. So his signature ally is Lady Sif. She has got the Asgard trait. She is an ally that costs 4. She thwarts for 2, attacks for 2, and has 3 hit points. And as a response, after she enters play, you can ready Thor or Odin's son. So she will ready you regardless of which side you're in.
All right. Then we got 3 copies. This is his thwart event, Defender of the 9 Realms. It's cost 0. Hero action thwart. You discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you, remove 3 threat from a scheme, and if it's the first time during the hero phase, you get to draw 2 cards.
Yep. Okay. Then we have got For Asgard. So this is a 1-cost event. As an alter ego action, you can search your deck and discard pile for a card with the Asgard trait and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck.
Okay. Then we got 3 copies of Hammer Throw as an attack superpower. Hero action attack, exhaust Mjolnir, deal 8 damage to an enemy and return Mjolnir to your hand. And then this attack gains overkill.
So yeah, so you would actually have to pay to put Mjolnir back in play. But, I mean, 8 with overkill, that's pretty sweet. Okay, then we've got 2 copies of Lightning Strike. So this is a 1-cost superpower event. As a hero action, you can spend X lightning to resources, so X energy resources to deal X damage to the villain and each minion engage with you. This attack ignores the tough status effects if you have the aerial trait. And let's see, what was it that gave you the aerial trait? I think we've got that coming up here in a little bit. We will see how Thor can get the aerial trait. Next here, we have got Asgard. So this is a 3-cost support. It is an Asgard location, and you get +1 hand size. So this is how Thor gets to the big boy hand size. So he gets it, but he gets +1 in both sides. So he gets 6 whenever he's in alter ego and 5 whenever he's in the hero.
All right. Then he's got 2 copies of a resource generator, God of Thunder. It's a 2-cost upgrade, Asgard title. Hero resource, exhaust God of Thunder, and generate an energy resource.
Which works for the Lightning Strike.
Yep. All right. And then this is the card you search for. This is a critical card in his deck, Mjolnir. It's a 1-cost upgrade, Asgard weapon. It is restricted. Thor gets +1 attack and gains the aerial trait. So this is how he gets the aerial trait.
Yep, because he doesn't fly, Mjolnir does.
And he just holds on.
We've got Thor's hammer. So this is a 2-cost upgrade. It is Asgardian armor, and it gives you +5 hit points. So now you'll have 19 hit points.
Okay. No. Then we have Odin's Anger. Give to the Odinson player. You may flip to alter ego and choose. Exhaust Odinson, remove Odin's Anger from the game, or you discard Mjolnir from your hand or from play. You are stunned. Discard this obligation. So if you are exhausted, it's not the end of the world because you've got the ability to get Mjolnir right back. You just go to alter ego and discard it, and then you have to spin one to get it, to put it back into play.
Yep.
So it's not the end of the world, but it's annoying. This is where it gets really annoying. His nemesis set.
His nemesis is Loki. So Loki is Asgard traded. He schemes for 2. He attacks for 2. He has 4 hit points. But as an interrupt, whenever he would be defeated, you discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that card is a treachery card, which a lot of them are, you'll heal all damage from Loki instead. And he has 3 boosts.
Right. So just team up with Falcon and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, then you know when to defeat him.
Yep. All right. Then we got Family Feud. This is the side scheme. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each Asgard card in play. And it comes with an acceleration and it starts with 2 threat. And yeah, so he's got a lot of Asgard traded cards. And of course, Loki is Asgard traded as well. So you're adding more and more Asgard cards.
Yes. And these guys are not Asgard traded, though, thank God. Frost Giant. So there's 2 copies of Frost Giant in here. They are a giant with 4 hit points. They scheme for 1, they attack for 3, and they come in with toughness. And then as a boost, if the villain is attacking and this attack deals damage to a character, you stun that character.
Okay. Then we got a treachery here called Trickster. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card type discarded this way. Okay, so Thor has got a few things going for him. He's an Avenger, so you can build pretty much any Avenger deck. So see our Avenger video on different Avenger options you can do.
He also, once he gets Mjolnir, which is fairly easy to do, turn 1. He has the aerial trait. So you can also check out our Angel deck to see some different ideas for various aerial.
All right. Then, of course, he's got Asgard, so we can do an Asgard heavy deck. And then also he's got 14 hit points, so he's part of the 14 plus club. So you'll see some of that. But the main thing is his Havathi, which is he wants to get minions every phase, the player phase and the hero phase.
Yeah, he wants to get as many minions as he possibly can.
Well, no, he only needs 1 per phase because he only gets a card draw once.
Now he wants all of them.
Well, for Hall of Heroes, but here's some ways to get minions.
All right, so the first card we have here is Angela. So Angela's a 0-cost Asgardian. She has 0 thwart, 2 attack, and 3 hit points. But as a forced response, after she enters play under your control, you search the top 10 cards of the encounter deck for a minion and put that minion into play, engage with you, shuffle your deck. If you didn't find a minion, you do have to discard Angela immediately, though.
All right. Then we've got the Roman pronunciation of Heracles. 6 costs. Hercules, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 4 hit points. Avenger, Olympus. Reduce the cost to play Hercules by 1 for each minion engaged with you.
See, so if you got 6 minions, he's free.
That's true.
All right, then we have Richter. So Richter is a 3-cost ally. He's an X-Force ally. He's got 4 thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, and has 3 hit points. But as a response, after he attacks, you discard the top card of the deck and deal 1 damage to each minion engaged with you for each resource on the discarded card. So this is a way to actually soften up minions if you've got a few of them to make it a little bit easier to get rid of them if you need to.
All right. Then we got Shatterstar. He costs 4, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 consequential on the thwart, 4 hit points, X-Force. When Shatterstar attacks a minion, engage that minion. If you are already engaged with that minion, Shatterstar gets +1 attack for this attack. So this is a nice way to trigger the Havathi because you can have Shatterstar just attack a minion that's engaged with another player.
Yep. Then we've got Thor. This is the Jane Foster version. She's an Asgard Avenger. She costs 4 and has 4 hit points. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 2. But after you play her from your hand, you deal 2 damage to the villain. 3 instead if you used a strength resource to pay for this.
Okay. Then we got Throg. He costs 2, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 hit points. Asgard Guardian. Response: after Throg enters play, give him a tough status card if you are engaged with a minion.
We have Valkyrie, so she's a 3-cost Asgard Avenger ally. She thwarts for 1, attacks for 2, has 3 hit points. But as a response, you deal 2 damage to a minion, 3 instead if you used an energy resource to pay for this.
All right. Then we got Bring It. So Bring It is max 1 per phase. Draw 1 card for each minion engaged with you.
Bombs Away. So now this one, it's featured in our Angel video, but it's a really good one for Thor, so we thought we'd bring it up here. But it's a 2-cost aerial tactic event. You can exhaust an aerial character you control and choose a player. You deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engage with that player.
Okay. We got Dive Bomb, costs 4. Play only if your identity has the aerial trait. Hero action, deal 7 damage to an enemy, deal 1 damage to each other enemy. So this is a good one to do a lot of cleanup, especially with home technique, which I don't know if you put it in.
I did not.
Okay.
No, I figured we'd mention it, but I didn't put it in there.
All right, so there's home technique.
All right, then we've got Firepower. So Firepower is a 1-cost event. It's one of the newer ones. It's an attack event. As a hero action, you can exhaust up to 3 weapon upgrades you control. They do not have to be firearms. That is the important part here. But for each upgrade exhausted this way, you can choose an enemy and deal 3 damage to it, and this attack gains range. And of course, Mjolnir is a weapon.
Yep.
And it does not matter if Mjolnir is exhausted.
Actually, it does.
So does it?
Yeah, there's...
Oh, for some of the other cards.
For one of his attacks, you have to exhaust Mjolnir. But I do enjoy... That's a new aggression style I like, where you exhaust 3 weapons for firepower, or 1 weapon for this next card. Fusillade, 2-cost event. Hero action attack, exhaust a weapon, upgrade you control to deal 5 damage to an enemy.
And of course, you can always just add a different weapon too.
Yeah, which
not like we have any of those coming.
Which we got some.
All right, then we have Get Over Here. So this is a 0-cost event. I think Dave's mentioned this one a couple of times, but this is a 0-cost attack event. You deal 1 damage to a minion, and if you have the aerial trait, you engage that enemy. So of course, this is a way to grab a minion from somebody else.
All right, and this card very similar to Thor's built-in card. Looking for Trouble. It costs 0. Hero action thwart, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion, put that minion into play, engage with you, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. So his is any scheme. This one is the main scheme specifically, but the important thing is you engage a minion and you could draw 2 cards.
Yep. Then we have Spoiling for a Fight. So this is a 0-cost event, but again, you can discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion, put it into play, engage with you, and ready your hero.
I think I actually like Spoiling for a Fight better than Looking for Trouble, but they both do the same kind of effect. I like the ready, so you're able to fight the minion that you just engage.
Yeah, that you just engage. You don't need a card to do it. You can just use your basic.
All right.
And of course, we have Thor's favorite card here. This is the Hall of Heroes, 2-cost support. It's an Asgard location, but as a response, after you defeat a minion, you place 1 glory counter here. As an alter ego action, you can exhaust the Hall of Heroes and remove 3 glory counters from it to draw 3 cards. And that one can be super fun in games that have a lot of minions.
All right. And this is a new card that I really like for Thor. Target Spotter. It's a 1-cost support. Persona Shield. Uses 2 target counters. When your minion would engage a player, remove 1 target counter from here. The minion cannot activate until the end of the phase, and then engage that minion. So
that's the important part.
That's the important. It's very nice because then your Havati will kick in, but it kicks in at the end of the villain phase. If they have quick strike, they would still go off. But the important thing is they are not involved during the villain phase. So if you get a gang up, like you draw a minion and then you play Target Spotter, you set the minion aside, and then the next encounter card you get is gang up. Well, then that minion would not attack because it does not activate during that phase. And then Thor takes it at the end of the phase to draw 2 cards during the villain phase. And then, of course, we switch to the hero phase, and now he has 2 extra cards.
Yes. That was a lot, but yes.
Yes. And speaking of a lot,
Okay, so now we have the Bellerophon. Bellerophon.
Bellerophon, that's how I pronounce it anyways. The Beller
Yeah, I'm gonna go with what he said.
Bellerophon, I guess.
I don't know. This will
I don't
cost 6, so I don't normally play it. But this is a 6 cost, supports a shield vehicle. This actually does work really well for Thor, though, because it comes in with 3 missile counters, but you can exhaust this and remove a missile counter from it. Choose a player. You deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player, discarding all tough status cards from them first. So basically, it has the piercing for it. So this is great for Thor. I mean, anybody that likes a lot of minions, but Thor very much likes this one.
But you might struggle to pay for it.
Yeah, it is
with
expensive.
A hand size of 4 and it costs 6.
Yeah, you're probably not getting it till your second pass through.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Thor is not shield traded, so he's got no way to get a discount outside of, Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier.
Government liaison.
Or government liaison, yeah.
I'll give him a 1 cost discount.
All right. Then we got aggressive stance. It's a 1 cost upgrade. Max 1 per player. It's a preparation. After you engage a minion, discard this card, search your deck for an attack event, and add it to your hand. So yeah, so the nice thing is you draw a minion during the villain phase, and then you get to grab an attack event from and add it to your hand so you can deal with them.
Yep, so you get, and then plus draw 2 cards to draw.
And draw 2 cards, yeah.
All right, then we've got Yarn Bjarn here. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Is you can always grab another weapon for him because hey, this is weapon 2. It's a 1 cost Asgard weapon. It is restricted. So this with Mjolnir, there's your 2 weapons right there. But after your hero attacks an enemy, you spend a strength resource to deal 2 damage to the enemy. So this is one I actually like to, if I'm going to be using cards like the Firepower or the Fusillade, this is one I definitely will add to Thor's deck because it gives you one that you can exhaust without worrying about needing it for another card necessarily.
Yeah.
And of course, if you don't have one of those to play, then you can always use the strength to deal 2 damage.
And there are a few other weapons that Dirk forgot to grab.
Yeah, but
so like Godslayer, then you might need a sight holster and like a hand cannon is another option.
Yeah, I mean, you can use any other weapon that you wanted to.
Well, especially firepower because you want to exhaust up to 3 weapons.
Yeah.
So. All right. Then we got the last aggression card, Lie in Wait. It's a preparation card, max 1 per player. Hero response attack. After a minion engages you, discard Lie in Wait and deal 3 damage to that minion. So, especially if it's a little guy, like a Hydra regular or something, is like, okay, engage him. I'll get my 2 card draws and then I'll just defeat him so I don't have to deal with him.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to Justice.
Okay, so for Justice here, we've got Infiltration. So this is a 1 cost thwart event. But you, as a hero action, you can choose a number from 1 to 5, discard that many cards from the top of the encounter deck, and then you remove 1 threat from the scheme for each card discarded this way. And you'll put 1 minion discarded this way into play engage with you. So if you're Thor, you're almost certainly going to do 5 to try to make sure you get a minion.
Yeah.
And remove 5 threat.
So you can draw. Yeah, so Justice Thor, of course, doesn't necessarily care about defeating the minions. He just wants to engage the minions so he can get the card.
Yeah.
So one of the cards that he can do this is Show of Empathy. It's a player side scheme, victory 0, it costs 0. Force interrupt. When threat is removed from this scheme, place that threat on a non-elite minion. If that minion has threat on it equal to or greater than its remaining hit points, add Show of Empathy to the victory display and attach 1 set-aside copy of Redemption to that menu. And it comes in with 6 threat. And then Redemption is an upgrade. It's dash linked to Show of Empathy, victory 0. Take control of the attached minion and treat it as a redeemed ally with a blank text box. Its thwart is equal to its printed scheme, and it takes 1 consequential damage after it thwarts or attacks. Now, I thought of this after we recorded the video, so I decided to add this here. So now let's return to the video.
So this card can help get rid of them. Take out the guards. Cost 0, victory 0. When defeated, each player may discard 1 non-elite minion from play. And then it's 4 threat per player. Now, the interesting thing about that is it's not discard 1 non-elite minion engaged with that player. So if Thor has, we're playing a 2-player game and I'm playing Thor and I'm the only one with 2 non-elite minions, I could choose one of them, and then Dirk can
And yeah, I could choose
the
I could
other
choose
one.
the other one, so get rid of both of them.
Right. Even though he didn't have a minion engaged with him.
Yep.
All right, now we're moving to leadership.
So in leadership, the first card we've got here is Hawkeye. So Hawkeye is a 3-cost ally. He thwarts for 1, attacks for 1, has 3 hit points. He's an Avenger. He enters play with 4 arrow counters on him. But after a minion enters play, you can remove 1 arrow counter from him to deal 2 damage to that minion. So again, very similar thing. You still engage the minion, but this too will, in a lot of times, it will kill off some of the smaller minions. So you'll still get the benefit of the engage and get rid of them at the same time, so you don't have to deal with them, because again, you're not worried about the Hollow Hero, so you don't have to be the one to kill him anymore.
Right. Sorry, Hydra minion regulars. You're in trouble. All right. Then we got Hunin and Munin. It's a 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. Ariel, Asgard, and the all-important bird.
The birds!
Response: after Hugin and Munin enter play, search the top 10 cards of the encounter deck for a minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Ready 1 character you control for each icon in that minion's boost area.
Yeah, and most minions have at least 1. Not all of them, but most of them do.
Well,
So you can use that to ready yourself.
yeah, I mean, or at least have the star effect.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get readying yourself. But the important thing is another way to get a
To
minion
get minions.
to draw
Yep.
2 cards.
All right, and then I think this is the last, this is the last leadership card we've got here squared off. So this is a 0-cost event, but you discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion in play, engage with you, and then play an ally from your hand, reducing its cost by 3. So then this is a good way to play an expensive ally for much cheaper if you needed to.
Yeah, like Lady Sif or
Yeah.
something, you know.
But it still gets you a minion, so you get 2 card draw.
Right. All right. Then we're moving to protection. So we got Come Get Me, Bub. 0-cost event, tactic, hero action, discard cards from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you, heal 3 damage from your identity, and give your identity a tough status card and draw 2 cards.
Yes. Last part. It doesn't necessarily, but yeah, it happens. All right, then we've got anticipation. So this is a 1-cost preparation upgrade, max 1 per player. But when you engage a minion, you can discard this to ready your hero. So then you can now deal with that minion that you just got engaged with.
And draw 2 cards.
Yes.
All right. Oh, we got.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yep,
done.
yep,
That's
I see. Then we go and move into basic. We got Heimdall. He costs 5. 2 thwart, 3 attack with 2 consequential on the attack, 4 hit points. Asgard. After Heimdall enters play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, discard 1 of them, and put the others back in any order. So you get like Dirk and I usually play 2 players, so you can see what the boost ability is, and then if the 3rd card's annoying, you can discard it. So it's like, oh, okay, Dirk, you're going to get 0 boost, so I'm going to get 1 boost, and we will just discard Shadow of the Past.
Yeah, and he's the one, he's a little bit on the expensive side. I mean, he does share a trait with you, so you can reduce his cost by 1, but he is a little bit on the expensive side, and I had never really played him a lot because it was always, well, his ability, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't help as much as I'd like it to, because we're normally playing, 2 players or 2 or more players. So, you can't normally guarantee yourself that minion with it. But Dave came up with an idea that I love with this.
Yeah, so this is a way to improve him, is this card here. So you'd have to play leadership, obviously. So you're playing leadership Thor in this case. Rapid response, 2-cost upgrade, preparation tactic. After an ally you control is defeated, discard rapid response, put that ally into play from your discard pile and deal 1 damage to it. So the villain activates, you defend with Heimdall. Heimdall is defeated. Then you trigger rapid response. Heimdall comes back into play with 1 damage. And then you get to look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck and discard 1 and put the others back in any order. So now your control is like, okay, I'm going to take the minion, and then you can get the, discard a random card from your hand.
You do it you block for the first player. If you're 2nd player, you block for the first player. So that way you can try to see what's there and get yourself a minion if you can.
Yeah.
Because then you can possibly get something in there that comes into play with the boost ability or something. So yeah, it does. If you could use him, using Heimdall during the enemy phase, much better use of him. So yeah, Dave mentioned this. I'm like, wow, I've never actually thought about that. I love that idea.
So stay tuned for a Heimdall recursion deck by Dirk, where he recurs Heimdall instead of Maria.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do like the idea though.
All right. Then we got beat 'em up. It's a 2-cost event. Tactic, hero action, deal 1 damage to the villain and each minion engage with you. So this is just a way to clean up all those Ultron drones.
Yeah.
I thought of another card as I was editing. This is Face the Past. It's a 0-cost event, max 1 per deck. Hero action. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your nemesis minion and reveal it. Ready your hero and draw 3 cards. You cannot attack the villain this phase. Remove this card from the game. So you would get the 3 cards for Face the Past, and you would also get 2 more cards for Have At Thee. So you're actually drawing 5 cards to get the Loki minion, which then you're going to have to deal with him and his annoying little trickery to avoid being killed. But you get to draw 5 cards, so that is really good. All right, now back to the video.
All right. So then, since he is a member of the 14 Club,
This is
right?
This is
no. This is because he is Asgardian or Asgard. So it's godlike stamina. It's a 0-cost event. You do have to have the Asgard trait for this, but you can heal 2 damage from your identity, and you may discard a status card from your identity. So it is an Asgard character's own little personal night nurse.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do some healing while you're in the hero phase.
Yes.
Nice. And yeah, and get rid of a status. But yeah, as Dirk started to mention, he is part of the 14 Club. So this is one of the cards for that. Limitless stamina, 1-cost event. Play only if your identity has at least 14 printed hit points. This is a way to ready yourself.
Yeah, this is the card I was thinking at first. All right, then we've got, of course, team building exercise. So, you do have both the Avenger and the Asgard trait. So you can use this. It's a 2-cost support. You can exhaust this to the next card you play that shares a trait with your hero is reduced cost by 1.
Okay. Then we got the Bifrost. Play only if your identity has the Asgard trait. Costs 1. It's a support. Exhaust the Bifrost. Search your deck for an Asgard ally and play it, paying its cost, and shuffle your deck.
Yeah.
So there's a way to guarantee you get like Angela or Lady Sif or Heimdall.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do still have to pay for it. I kind of wish they would have let you just play it or pay, get a reduced cost or something.
You just exhaust it, right?
Yeah, you just exhaust it.
Or do you discard it?
No, you just exhaust it.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm assuming that's why they
have
didn't make it free. But
yeah, you have a way to get an ally every turn.
Yeah,
basically.
you do have to actually pay for it, so you got to
Sure.
be ready for that.
Right, but that's what the rest of the cards in your hand are.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Depth Focus. So this is a 1-cost upgrade skill. You can exhaust Depth Focus to reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1.
He has quite a few superpowers.
Yeah, I mean, his what is it? The hammer throws definitely, and the lightning strike. So yeah.
And then the final card.
So Unshakable here. So this one, you do have to be a member of the 14 Club because it does have to requires you to have at least 14 printed hit points. It's a 1-cost upgrade. It is a superpower though, so you can pay for it with the Death Focus. But your identity gains steady. So then that makes it to where it's that much harder to actually stun or confuse you.
Okay.
So, well, I could use this card in real life.
I think Limitless Stamina is a superpower as well, I believe, right?
Yes, Limitless Stamina is also a superpower.
Yeah. All right. So let's bring Thor back up.
Like, I know I got him here somewhere.
All right. Yeah. So that was our look at Thor. He's pretty fun. I recently played him when we did our normal group against the new Loki. So that was actually, or no, the Enchantress. I played him against the Enchantress, I believe. From the Trickster.
It was against one of them. I don't remember which one.
Trickster takeover scenario. So that was pretty fun. All right. Yeah, but other than that, I hadn't played Thor for a really long time. But the cards from the 14 Plus Club definitely help. Some of the new cards from Winter Soldier definitely help. So Thor has.
Yeah, I like some of the new cards that allow you to actually dig for minions.
Yeah, yeah,
and those help out a lot for him.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, the Winter Soldier deck really helps.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.